The triple bottom line. Here we are talking about ensuring sustainable strategy through social, ecological, and economic measures. So what is the triple bottom line? Social, ecological, and economic measures. Section 1. We are going to treat the general conditions of employment in Ghana. At the end of this session, you should be able to understand the triple bottom line, firm performance and profitability, corporate social responsibility, environmental sustainability, and strategy. Firm performance and business profitability. Firm performance is determined primarily by two factors: industrial effects or industry effects. Here we mean any decision made by the industry that an organization finds itself. So what are the industrial factors that are contributing to your organizational decisions? When we talk about firm effects, what we mean is, what is the internal organization's decision making? How is it affecting its performance? So here we are talking about anything, be it on the factors of production, the structure in the organization, whatever decision that you make, how does it affect your performance? Firm performance and competitive advantage. To measure competitive advantage, an organization must assess firm performance, benchmark the performance to the industrial average or to other competitors' performance. What is competitive performance? Competitive performance is something that makes you or puts you in a better position than another person. So if you're if you're a firm in an industry and you are able to produce your own fuel for your machines, and other competitors in the industry cannot produce their own fuel, or they even do that at a higher cost, your reduced cost is a competitive advantage, something you have that they do not have, or even if they have, you are better off in terms of cost of production or whatever makes you get a higher economic value than the others. So if you assess a performance, you'll be able to determine if you are producing at a lower cost of production, or your performance is better than theirs through your productivity. When you get that, when you assess your performance, you know how you are doing. Then you benchmark it to the industry or other competitors. That's when you'll be able to determine whether you have a competitive advantage over them or not. Three key performance dimensions can be used to measure competitive advantage. Accounting profitability. How profitable are your returns on your assets, returns on your capital, return on investment? So in accounting terms, how are you making profits on any other investments that you make as an organization? So accounting profitability, your return on your assets, return on investments, return on interest creation, any other thing that you do to get other sources of income for the organization. Share value creation, shareholder value creation. Here, how do you create value for your shareholders? Do you increase their share prices so that the shares will gain value? Do you pay dividend out? How efficient is the market? Is the market efficient such that investors can make profits over their dealings and avoid insider trading? That's what we mean by share value creation. How do you create value for your shareholders and make them want to still invest in your organization? Then we have the economic value creation. Here is the difference between a buyer's willingness to pay for a product or service and the firm's total cost to produce. So here, instead of probably saying profit, we are saying the difference between a buyer's willingness to pay for a product or service at a particular price that the firm is quoting it, and the firm's total cost to produce. So when the firm strikes the balance between cost to produce and how much a customer is willing to pay, that is the economic value creation. So that's also important in pricing in an organization. Other factors for measuring competitive advantage are the balanced scorecard, balanced financial and strategic goals. Here, when we say balanced scorecard, what we mean is a strategic implementation tool that harnesses internal and external performance. So here, you balance your scorecard in terms of your finances and the goals that you have. So this is what I have. This is the goal I want to achieve. How are you going to balance it internally and externally to be able to get a competitive advantage over others in the organization or the industry? Benchmark. You need to benchmark against other people to be able to know what you are doing right or what is making you more competitive than the others. Your pricing is very important. How you price your commodities, if you have people that are competing within the same industry where customers can substitute your products for or service for others, it's very important to know how you strategically plan or quote your prices. Quality. The quality which you produce for your customers will determine their long-term loyalty and trustworthiness in you. Location. Location is very important. Assuming there is a Gary and bean seller who is situated at an office close by the office and someone situated 30 minutes walk away, people would want to buy from the person who is closer to them. However, the price and quality is also very important for them to remain loyal to you. Otherwise, irrespective of how far it is, they'd be willing to walk. So a location is also advantage if you a vantage point to gain a competitive advantage in an organization. Service. How do you deliver your service to your customers? Do you have good employees that take the organization goals as if it were theirs? Are they motivated enough to sell your products or services for you as if they were doing it for themselves? How do you render your services is also another competitive advantage. We have speed turnaround. What we mean here is how fast are you able to meet the needs of your customers. Sometimes you'd be selling vegetables. Someone comes and tells you, I want carrots, I want onion. Then all of a sudden the person comes and says, oh, okay, you don't sell something or you sell something and it's out of stock. The person tells you, I want spring onion. You don't have that. How fast are you to meet the need? Would you go and get it from someone and come and sell to the customer at your price so that the customer would know that, okay, so she even went to get it from someone and came to sell it to me? The person would feel very loyal and comfortable and come and buy from you again. Then you have the selection. What are the things that you are selling to your customers? Are they the things they need? Do they have the quality? Is the price okay? So what are you selecting out of the so many substitutes that could be there? What are you selecting that makes your product or service better or more competitive than the others? Then we have the distinctive competencies or core competencies. So what makes you unique? What are the ethical values? What are the traits that is depicted in your products, in your service delivery, how your customers deliver to how your employees deliver to customers is very important. So what makes you unique? What ethical value makes you unique than other competitors? Market share and customer loyalty is very important. The larger your customer share, the loyalty customers show to you, you are going to continue being in a competitive advantage amongst your colleagues. So it's important to know how to treat your customers so that they can remain loyal and you can also remain having a greater market share. Liquidity ratio. Let's quiz ourselves. What is liquidity? Liquidity here is how quick an organization is able to convert any asset into cash without loss in value. So when we say liquidity ratio, how quick are you to turn your assets into cash without loss in value? So if you are very liquid, organizations would feel comfortable, individuals would feel comfortable to work with you. And this one we normally want to know because if you're a financial firm or any production institution or any organization at all, your employees particularly would want to know how liquid you are in maintaining them in the organization so that they don't end up being dropped out and be unemployed. So liquidity ratio is very important to your employees and to customers who want to work with you. We've come to the end of this session. We have learned about firm performance and business profitability. We've also identified some dimensions that promote competitive advantage in an organization. See you in the next session.